Okay, let's talk about making our first post. I'm on the dashboard, and again, if I'm logged in and have access to be a poster, all I have to, an author, all I have to do is click the name of the WordPress site that I'm authorized to be in, and it brings me to the dashboard. And I'm going to go to posts and add a new post. I'm going to click add new. Right now, none of these posts are mine. Those are all made by other people, and I have no access to delete, to edit, to change anything on them. But when I have my own, I'll be able to. So I click that, and I get to the add new post. It's very simple. It says add title here. So there's the title that's going to be on the top of my post, and here's my editing area that I've got. So I'm going to go over a couple things that I want to make sure I do when I'm copying and pasting and adding information into WordPress. Now, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to copy and paste right from another resource so I can show you how to do it correctly. For instance, if I wanted to, in this motherboard review, to talk about ASUS, the company, if I wanted to use this information from Wikipedia, the last thing I want to do is to copy all that with all those links and everything in there the way it is. So to copy from a website correctly, don't ever copy and paste right into WordPress. You want to copy that, so I highlighted it, hit Control C, and I open up Notepad. And in my case, I have Notepad anchored right here, but if you don't, you can go to Programs, Accessories, and Notepad. If you paste anything into Notepad, you can see all the links are gone. All the highlighting is gone. All the tables are gone. If I took this whole section right here, and I copied and pasted that into WordPress, I would get a table, I would get a bunch of junk that I don't want. Okay? Because I don't want all that other formatting that's in there to go into my article. But if I took the same thing and I put it into Notepad, all I've got is text. So the first thing to do when you're copying and pasting from anywhere, make sure that you put it into Notepad first and then put it into WordPress and then do your editing on it. Obviously, I'm going to give credit to Wikipedia if I'm using this. I'm going to use my easy bib to make sure I get a good works cited at the bottom of this article. But again, if I'm ever, when I start, I only copy and paste stuff into Notepad and then into the editor, because I do not want tables in here. Tables are really bad. They mess up my formatting. I just want text and media in here, and I want it all to be put in there in a way that I do it. So I'm just going to leave this text in here for a second to kind of show you some other things. So whenever I'm working in WordPress, I want to make sure that I save often. So I just click Save as a Draft. Nobody else can see that yet. If I click on Posts now, you'll see now there's a new category that says Mine. There's that one. It's as a draft. So until I publish it, nobody else can see it. Okay, so the difference between saving and publishing is that no one can see drafts. And I can see what it's going to look like by just hitting that preview button. Here's what it looks like so far. I can close that down and go right back to my editing. So I'm going to save it often. If you take and you work on it for too long without saving it, you could lose your information. It's a web browser interface, and it will time out on you if you take too long. So I'm also going to, if I've got categories set up, which I do down here, I'm going to put it in the right category. This is going to be a motherboard review, and I'm going to click the categories it belongs in, and again, I'm going to save it. So whenever I make substantial changes, I'm going to hit Save Draft. So that's the first thing. When I'm putting text in there, I can obviously type, but if I copy and paste in a Notepad before you put it into WordPress, and you will clean up everything so much better by doing it that way. So the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to link to outside sources, because one of the things about blogs that you should be doing is you should be giving credibility to your stuff by linking to other places. So I'm going to edit this text, and I'm going to show you how to link it here in the next short video.